Hello everyone. So I just wanted to get on here real quick to kind of explain how I plan uh, like a lab activity, like whether it's an experiment or anything like that. Beforehand, I actually go through into my laboratory notebook, which you can see right here, and I go through and meticulously plan out everything. I first I write a little purpose, essentially just explaining what is the reason why I'm doing this. And then I go into the actual methods of how to do it. And although, depending on the situation, sometimes things can change, and in which case I'll just note that I didn't do this step or that step, or I had to change or whatever. And any results I write down. But essentially, I go through and I make like a little checklist. Let's see if you can see that right there. I make like a little checklist that I can check off as I go through. I've come up with a nice structure at this point where first, as I said before, I do the purpose, a brief description of the methods, and then I write down the protocol. Which first I write down every supply that I need, whether it's a pipette or a beaker, the exact size of the beaker that I need, microscope slides do I need, or whatever. Every little thing, even something as small as scissors, if I need scissors for it, I go through and I think of everything that I possibly can use in this experiment. That way, I'm not running around trying to get scissors or hydrochloric acid because I don't have it at the bench. And so what I do is I go through, I write it all down, so when I start, I can get every last piece of equipment and chemical that I need and lay it out right on the table. That way it's right within reach. And then I write down the procedures, which again, it's very detailed procedures. If even something as small as cutting a piece of paper, like or a certain length, because the idea is I want to be able to revert back to this on another experiment, and maybe I need to do this with some modifications. Well, what I do is if I need to, I'll draw diagrams of what I'm doing. So that way, because there's some stuff that I'm doing now from an experiment that I did 2 years ago. And it's nice to be able to go back and look and know exactly how something is supposed to look, just in case the wording isn't exactly understandable. And then finally, what I do is in the supply list, if there's any chemicals that are that I ordered out, what I'll do is I'll actually at the end of the protocol, I'll have a list of all the reagents, all the chemicals, their name, their supplier, their item number, and then the last thing I'll do is I'll actually make a reference list. And it's crazy if you take really good notes now in your lab notebook. Not only does it make it a lot easier when you do the work, but if you do end up writing a paper on it, it's almost like you've written the paper. Like if let's say this page is the only thing that I need, or is the only thing I'm writing about in the paper, all I really need to do is write an introduction, turn this into legible sentences, so it's not just steps, but essentially turn it into into a coherent sentence. The data that I collected will be down here, so that will be your results page, and then I would just have a discussions page where I discuss the relevance or the importance or the ramifications of the results that I've obtained. So I just wanted to talk about how I prepare for a lab activity. Definitely helps, to plan ahead and then do it rather than kind of taking down the notes as you go. I guess that's it. I never know how to end these videos, but make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you.